My PC brethren, there may be hope just yet. At a conference this week, the Take-Two CEO was asked a question about GTA 6 releasing on PC, and he said a very interesting thing. And that, of course, is what we're going to be taking a look at in today's GTA 6 video. So as we all know, right now, officially, GTA 6, it's only going to be releasing on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X when it launches. That's what it says on their website. That's what it says here on the artwork. But according to the Take-Two CEO, that doesn't necessarily mean it won't also release on PC. So let's take a look at what he actually said. This was at a TD Cowen conference. Who knows what that is, but Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick was there, and he was asked whether the lack of a PC announcement was set in stone or if the game could be confirmed for the platform at a later date. And he went in his typical CEO speech where he says something, but he doesn't really say anything. Well, the lack of an announcement is not something that could be set in stone, as near as I could tell, because the only thing that happens after the lack of an announcement is an announcement, I suppose, or a continuing lack of an announcement. I guess that could happen too. It doesn't seem to me that either would be set in stone. Okay, so that answer, didn't tell us anything. The guy's a professional yapper. But here's where it gets interesting. He says, but Rockstar has an approach to platforms which we've seen before. And of course, he's talking about the double, triple, quadruple dip, where they release it once on a console, and then they release it 6 months to a year later on PC, and then inevitably they'll release it a third time on the new set of consoles when those come out, and they'll probably release it again and again and again because it makes them money. And he says they will make more announcements in due time. But what he says after is, I do believe that the right strategy for our business is to be where the consumer is. And historically, what this company has done is address consumers anywhere they are on any platform that makes sense over time. Now, I've seen a lot of people take this article and say that he's not saying anything. It's something we already knew. But the fact that he says they want to be where the consumer is, it's 2024 nowadays. It's not 2012. Back then, there was a pretty good reason why GTA 5 released on consoles and not PC at launch. Number one, the consoles, I believe the hardware was much different than PC, so developing for them was a lot different. Nowadays, it's all relatively the same. I mean, the leaked videos that came out in September 2 years ago were literally on PC. Like, you could see the graphics cards and the equipment they were using. It's all PC gear. And that's because the consoles are basically mini PCs. And also back then when GTA 5 released, the PC market wasn't nearly as big. Consoles were far bigger back in 2012 and 2013. And as far as him saying they want to be where the consumer is, if we take a look at how many consoles were sold, the PS5, we'll start with that one first because it is the bigger console. It has sold almost 50 million units. Now, of course, this number is going to go up as we approach the launch of GTA 6 sometime next year, but we're just going to be using the numbers that we have like right now. So 50 million roughly for PS5, and then for the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S, it has sold roughly 28 million. So just rounding it up, 50 plus 30, that's about 80 million units for consoles. And those, of course, are the only consoles GTA 6 are going to release on. The game's not coming out for the Switch, at least not at launch, and there's no other consoles at play. Now, if we switch to PC, and I'm just using Steam users here, now this one is a bit old because I don't think there was an updated look at this, but as of August of last year, so not too long ago, but you can see Steam had 120 million monthly active users, which of course blows the 80 million number out the water. And since this was about a year ago, I'm assuming that number probably has gone up. And here's the actual chart just for, I guess, daily right now. So here's how many people are online right now, 28 million. The peak, I guess maybe this week, it doesn't really say what it's a peak of, but about 33 million. So actually more than Xbox, which is maybe to be expected. But the reason I'm bringing this all up is because of this, they want to be where the consumer is at line. Yes, Rockstar has traditionally released the PC game later, but if their business is to be where people are, it is pretty evident that PC is one of the biggest platforms in 2024. It's for sure a lot bigger worldwide. So Strauss Zelnick here saying they want to have their business be where the consumer is. it maybe gives us hope. Although he does, end it by saying over time. So yeah, maybe that's just like the key here. Maybe he is hinting that Rockstar are going to do the same thing. They're going to release it at launch, and over time, they're going to release it to PC and all these other platforms. But it does just seem a bit crazy to me that they're willing to forego the amount of people on PC just to hope that they double dip buying this game twice. I mean, the other piece of hope is that he does say it doesn't seem that either is set in stone as far as an announcement or not an announcement. And yeah, that's just maybe corporate talk, but I wonder if they might be waiting for pre-orders to come through. And of course, like everyone's in a pro to the freaking game. But I wonder if they have a specific number that if it doesn't hit somehow with pre-orders, then they decide to also release it on PC at launch. Let us know in the comments if any PC guys are out there. Like, are you going to double dip for this game? Are you actually, if you don't have a console, are you going to be buying a $400 or $500 console just to play GTA 6? I feel like that's a bit crazy for a lot of people. I know there's definitely going to be some people out there who do that. And if you already have a PS5, then obviously you're good to go. But it definitely is, it's an interesting little discussion here because it's just 2024 and not 2012. If you want even more hope, maybe one of the reasons, and this is complete speculation, but maybe one of the reasons they did push the release date back to fall of 2025 is to maybe get the PC version in line with the console. Even though everything is built on relatively the same hardware, it definitely is a lot harder to release a game on PC just because of the variance in the specs people have, CPUs, RAM, GPU, motherboard, all of this different stuff definitely can affect the game. And maybe that's one of the reasons why they just want to focus on console at launch. So I get from a developer's perspective, maybe they're trying to just focus on one thing at a time, so to speak. But it'll for sure be interesting to see how this all plays out because this is the third time they're doing it. It's not a secret anymore that they're going to release the game on PC. And maybe that is, reason a lot of people aren't going to double dip. Back when GTA 5 came out, it was like, are we ever going to get a PC game? Like, I guess I got to buy it now. When RDR 2 came out, I don't actually remember if it was known that there was going to be a PC release, but of course RDR 2 isn't as big as GTA. But here we have GTA 6, and we know for a fact they're going to go heavy on PC because they purchased the 5M developers. Like, they definitely want to incorporate that RP stuff and all those servers and everything into the game some way, which I'm sure will be monetized. But that's going to be a big selling point for PC. So we know this game is going to come out on PC. And like I've shown in this video, there are a lot of PC players out there. So I'm sure they don't want to delay it too long because they want that money. So knowing all of that, I guess the question is still brought up. Are people going to pay $500 to play a game maybe only 6 months earlier? I mean, I know it's GTA 6, the biggest game of all time, and it probably is going to be incredible. But there's definitely a lot of games you can play out there to hold you over, especially if you're just like a casual player on PC. But maybe there's a way, if the community keeps speaking up about it, that they'll realize, hey, we should actually release PC at launch along with the consoles. But that is where we're going to end today's video. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. Please drop a video like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more GTA 6 content. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.